Hello. Where's my lip gloss? I thought do I not have it? Child, now I lost my lip gloss. That is crazy. That is crazy. All right, so let me do it like that so the light is not all in my face. It's not that bad if I do it like this. So we are going to be talking about Kandi Burruss. Should I do it without I'm gonna do it without the glasses. So that way, I got these from Fashion Nova. I was just testing them out to see if I like them for Thanksgiving, but it's cool. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Thumbs up this video. We're gonna be talking about Kandi Burruss filing for divorce. Hence why I call her Sugar Mama. Okay, I'm your sugar mama. We love it. We're going to be talking about Summer Walker, the ultimate pick-me. Because, child, why are you out here begging to be a side piece to a man who's never going to marry his forever fiance? Like, there's so much to talk about. So much to talk about. Child. Kandi, you're in danger, girl. Because Todd just put up this post. And I knew it. I knew when I seen Todd with his post during Veterans Day weekend, I knew something was up. Because, baby, Kandi, you better hold on to your money. Because, girl, what was you thinking? You wasn't thinking. So we're going to get into that. We are live. We're going to be talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene leaving. She has decided to resign. And I'm like, do y'all see what happens when people go through just an ounce of what others go through? I do believe she's in fear of her life. I don't think her life should be threatened, but she's getting a taste of her own medicine, the people's own medicine. So I feel bad for her as a woman. She's being threatened, but she's also going through a divorce, I believe, as well. So that could be playing a huge piece in what's going on. But let me turn the sound up. We have the video, we have that and whatnot. But hey, Couture Bays, it's your girl Brooke going live with the Bree Talk and Bay Squad. We have to talk. Now, before we get started, let's like, comment, and subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you can get all the updates and alerts. And remember, opinions are not facts. Everything we say here is allegedly and for entertainment purposes solely. So sit back, relax, sip you some apple juice or my fave, the vegan water. And let's get into the mess, shall we? How you can like this video is by double tapping the screen. How you can like this video is by hitting those three dots right there. Thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe if you like the vibe, share if you care. How you can hype this video up, how you can engage with this video, and how you can send monetary support is those three dots right there. So please, 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 let's start getting in the habit of already coming in, liking the video immediately so we don't have to constantly say it. That being said, let's get into the mess. Let's see who's up in here today. Hey, Barry, what's going on? Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Summer been a problem since she was trying to get London to take his kids from the other moms. She's gross. Oh, listen, y'all knew she was a pick-me. Y'all knew she was a pick-me when she named one of the songs Baby Mama #4. But I told y'all that. I told y'all that. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Look, today I was outside watching the softball game. It's starting to get cold in Asia. Like, it's hoodie weather. It's sweater weather. I think it's going to be cold for Thanksgiving. So I'm like, okay. And we're doing something for some of our coworkers who are, what is it, like I guess it's their first time being international. We're doing like cooking and stuff for them. Everybody who is at the supervisory level. So I am thankful for that. And I'm actually excited. You know, I have literally been setting my boundaries and not playing. A lot of y'all would be proud of me. I told y'all I went through some things last year that really caused me to have like, I wouldn't say a mental breakdown because it wasn't a mental breakdown. I just felt like my boundaries were crossed and I was being tested. At the same time, I realized that, and this is what I keep telling you guys, the base squad, our family is not equipped to put up with some of the emotions and just, I'm trying to look for the right word, but they're not equipped. So you should go seek a professional that can help you. And I've been so strict with my boundaries. I have been cutting everybody off left and right. And I've only been nice enough to announce it to one group of people, and that was it. Because you just get tired. Like, I feel like if it's not making you happy, it's not elevating you, it's not leading to some type of positive outcome, and I get it, everything is not going to be butterflies and rainbows. I'm not dealing with it. I'm just not dealing with it. I wouldn't deal with it with the people I work with. I'm not dealing with it with the people who call themselves my family. I don't care. And I feel like if I'm not giving them something, they should cut me off too. There's nothing to talk about. And especially with me being in Asia, I'm so far away. And I know, like, right now it's the holidays. I cannot stand when people just wake up and just decide to, like, cause mayhem. And I know that's not necessarily maybe the reality of what's going on. They maybe like really be like at their wits end and their breaking point. But I feel like there's better ways of communicating that. And I'm not allowing people to emotionally dump on me no more. I used to be the strong friend. I'm not the strong friend for people. I'm not the strong daughter for people. I'm just not. Because I'm doing my work, and because I'm doing my work, I just refuse to allow people to cheat me out of them doing their work. Especially when I'm such a huge advocate of go get the counselor, go get the therapist, go get the social worker, go get the mental health professional. That is not me. I'm not even in the mental health field. I don't deal with behavioral health. I don't deal with the mind, none of that. So when people emotionally dump on me, I used to allow it and then I would feel bad. Now I'm like, no, cut off, no, blocked. And they definitely don't want me to block them because, child, I'm the type of person you'll be blocked forever. I have went my life, and I did this. I used to think this was a bad thing, but it really was a protective measure because I mentally blocked out people who caused me some type of harm, whether it was physical, emotional, financial. That is the only way I was able to flourish. And now it's like I have to do it with people I am very close to. And I'm like, child, now I get why they say a new level, a new devil, because the devil is in the details. The devil is not in the people. The devil is in the details, Space Squad. I'm telling y'all, the devils are in the details. And I've been saying over and over and over. And if one little inconsistency slip, anything, I'm just like, no. Kids are children. They can have as many chances as they want. The adults, no. Either do the work to be in my space, or you gotta go. Or you have to go. That's just where I'm at in life. You have to go. And being in Asia has taught me there has been a period of isolation. There's been a period of where my life was in danger at one point. There was a period of financial constraints and all kinds of stuff. I just don't have time. And do you think anybody, and I hate to be like one of those people, do you think anybody like reached out and really was like, hey Bree, are you okay? How are you? Just out of the goodness of their heart? Absolutely not. So that taught me I have to step my puss up and start laying it out. No. So I've been doing it. So y'all will be proud. I didn't crash out or anything. Especially because I am a former crash out. I'm not proud of that, but I am somebody who used to just set the earth on fire. My therapist would be so proud. And I told my therapist, I was like, I have like a content, I'm a content creator and da da da. And she was just looking at me like, you find time for the content? I said, I know, right? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Shit. I just think it is amazing. Listen, if you don't care, you don't have to be here. Look at that. Like, that's the power of choice. People want to be somebody so bad. Let me give you some attention. So we got a troll baby in the chat. The troll baby's name is Furious Styles 5. It's always a faceless troll. Like, it's always a faceless troll. Just acting as if I forced them to be here. Baby, you decided because your life sucks so bad and your life is so miserable and your life don't even attempt to shine that you want to come in here and be like, why do you think we care? Baby, you care because you decided to type. You wanted my attention and you got it. You loser. Like, why do y'all think y'all can play with me? I'm not Beyonce. I will call you exactly what you are. You're a loser. You have no goals, no ambitions. And you wanted some attention from me. I should feel honored, but I'm not because you troll with no money. So you're broke on top of that. How's that working for you? Anyways, back to what I was saying. Shout out to all the bays. Hey, I see y'all in the chat. What is going on? Hello. So let's get into Marjorie Taylor Greene. Let's get into Marjorie Taylor Greene, honey, because she says she's resigning. We do have the video. Am I shocked? No. Marjorie wasn't built for tough. I told y'all, the girls who like to do hate, they can dish it, they can't take it. That's why I always say, learn to hit these bullies in their face. But hit them in their mouth and they'll learn to shut up. Okay? Hey, Dream Doll. Good afternoon. Happy Friday. So you got Marjorie Taylor Greene. She out here did a PSA. When I first seen it, I said, wow, let me really talk about this, right? But I was like, no, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to give her some time because maybe, just maybe, somebody can convince her to stay. But then I said, you know what? It's best that she resigns because, you know, she probably got some inner dealings herself going on. I told y'all she is, I think her husband, I think are on the verge of divorce. So that on top of people threatening her life can be a lot. Hey, say Hudson. Hey, I thought I missed y'all. Nope. Hit him in the face. Listen. And yes, bless her. Get the likes up. Please like, comment, and share. So let's get into Marjorie Taylor Greene and what she had to say, her PSA.
My voting record has been solidly with my party and the president. Loyalty should be a two-way street, and we should be able to vote our conscience and represent our district's interests because our job title is literally representative. America first should mean America first and only Americans first, with no other foreign country ever being attached to America first in our halls of government. Standing up for American women who were raped at 14 years old, trafficked and used by rich, powerful men should not result in me being called a traitor and threatened by the President of the United States, whom I fought for.
That was just a piece of it. That's not the whole thing. Oh my gosh, I thought they had the whole thing. But look, she took it there, did she not? Marjorie literally took it there. I wonder where is her next, what's her next thing? Like, what is she going to be doing now that she's resigning? I would like to know, was it the constant threats that she's getting that her other congressional colleagues get because they have an opposing view of the MAGA? I really would like to know. And I knew it would come down to this because when she said that somebody did a bomb threat to her home, I knew then, like, it was crazy. We also seen the president tweet that people who oppose his views and said the Democratic leaders said they were unloyal and they should be unalived. The political violence this year has been so intense that it's crazy. You know, people like to say, oh, there was no political violence back in the day. That's lies. I remind people all the time, from the time of 1962 up until 1969, the political violence was extreme. And the reason it was extreme because people could finally see it on the TV screens. If you just do a simple search of what transpired in 1965 alone, earth shattering. But people didn't care. People didn't care then when it was children. People didn't care then when it was people's husbands. People didn't care then when it was people's youthful teenage children. People didn't care then when it was women. People did not care. People didn't care so much. I want to say, let me see if I got Fanny's video of the political violence of what she went through. Do I have that video? It is so heartbreaking. So what I'm about to show y'all is just a piece of the political violence that transpired. And people didn't care. This is before we had color TV. And this was right in the 1960s.
Mr. Chairman, and to the Credentials Committee, it was the 31st of August in 1962 that 18 of us traveled 26 miles to the county courthouse in Indianola to try to register to become first-class citizens. We was met in Indianola by policemen.
The president, Lyndon Johnson, he's not afraid of Martin Luther King's testimony. He's afraid of Fannie Lou Hamer's testimony. And so he decides that the country should not see her testify live.
Johnson is in the White House, and he convened an impromptu press conference.
We'll return to this scene in Atlantic City, but now we switch to the White House and NBC's Robert Gorelski.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
On this day, 9 months ago,
He did it knowing that they would break away, thinking he might announce who his choice of vice president was going to be. Instead, he gets up there and he announces, get this, he announces that it's 9 months to the day since Governor Connolly, who was there, was shot along with President Kennedy. So he announced a 9-month anniversary. Everybody's scratching their heads.
thank you very much.
And then he leaves. And by that time, Fannie Lou Hamer's testimony was over. However, it backfired on Johnson because it became a story that she had been taken off television and in the news that night, and for days afterwards, they replayed her testimony.
I was carried to the county jail and put in the booking room. They left some of the people.
And what y'all are about to hear is, brace yourself, because So many people want to go back to this. Oh, let's take it back to the 1950s. I think it was some singer who said, "I want to fall in love like we're in 1950." I'm like, girl, you are a fool. Like, people just have this romanticized view because they just feel so far removed and don't even understand what is happening. This is what Marjorie Taylor Greene voted on. They only needed her vote for the big, beautiful bill. I want y'all to understand this. And this is why we're showing this, because, you know, she's fearing for her life, but she set so many people's lives back with just her atrocities alone. And I'm about to show y'all.
In the booking room and began to play something sale.
She had Mississippi in her bones. Martin Luther King or the SNCC field secretaries, they couldn't do what Fannie Lou Hamer did. They couldn't be a sharecropper and express what it meant, right? And that's what Fannie Lou Hamer did.
And it wasn't too long before 3 white men came to my cell. One of these men was the State Highway Patrol. He said, "We're going to make you wish you was dead." I was carried out of that cell into another cell where they had 2 Negro prisoners. The State Highway Patrolman ordered the first Negro to take the blackjack. The first Negro prisoner ordered me, by orders from the State Highway Patrolman, for me to lay down on a bunk bed on my face. And I laid on my face. The first Negro began to beat. And I was beat by the first Negro until he was exhausted. I was holding my hands behind me at that time on the left side because I suffered from polio when I was 6 years old. After the first Negro had beat until he was exhausted, the State Highway Patrolman ordered the second Negro to take the blackjack. The second Negro began to beat, and I began to work my feet. And the State Highway Patrolman ordered the first Negro had beat to sit on my feet, to keep me from working my feet. I began to scream, and one white man got up and began to beat me in my head and tell me to hush. One white man, my dress had worked up high. He walked over and pulled my dress. I pulled my dress down, and he pulled my dress back up. I was in jail when Medgar Evers was murdered. All of this is on account of we want to register to become first-class citizens. And if the Freedom Democratic Party is not seated now, I question America. Is this America, the land of the free and the home of the brave, where we have to sleep with our telephones off of the hook because our lives be threatened daily, because we want to live as decent human beings in America? Thank you. Mr. Chairman, and to the Credentials Committee, it was the 31st of August in 1962 that 18 of us...
And that's sad. This is a woman. 1962. Some of y'all are like, oh my God, y'all spew hate every day. Hateful people, mad, unruly, sorry, just because for whatever reason, you feel like someone did something to you. I don't get how people just be like, oh, it was so long ago. There's people alive from 1962. And we're going to have to fight for the same thing we've already got rights for. Insane. If you do the math, that's about 62 to 63 years. Let's just say 63. Let's just say 63 because December is in a few weeks. It's Sag season. So I say again, When you got a Marjorie Taylor Greene out here resigning because her life was threatened and put on the line, there's been countless women whose lives have been put on the line, who did the work, who was out here saying, hey, this ain't right. This is what's going on. Look at what's happening. And people ignored them. It's unsound. It's unfortunate. Ooh, where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the check up. Run the check up and run the check up. Thank you, 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 thank you so much, AT2. Shout out to AT2. It says preach. This is crazy. This was not long ago. This is what I need us to really grasp and understand. If they would do it to a Fanny, you think they won't do it to you? Marjorie is scared because they will definitely harm her. Melissa Hortman and her husband were minding their business, and some deranged lunatic came into their home and committed political violence. We've seen it with Nancy Pelosi. And those are just the starts. What's the one Donald Trump be calling the Native American Navajo princess? Wasn't she shot in front of a courthouse and survived? Political violence is not new. It's not new. It's not even, oh, we're not like this. Baby, it's ingrained in some of y'all's DNA. The reason why I talk about from the 60s, just in that era alone, y'all took out so many men, left so many women without husbands, so many children without fathers, took away so many children, unalived so many young males who just simply said, you know, I am not agreeing with my grandpapa. I want something different. And y'all don't grasp that. That's amazing to me, astonishing. And I talk about this, and shout out to Darius. When we was outside for Darius's birthday, this woman, very regal, white lady, nice, friendly, was my Uber driver. And she said, hey, you're young. We need to vote. We need you to vote. I remember burning my bra in the streets, and it's crazy. We're going to have to resort back. We're reverting back. And she was telling me all the channels not to watch, and every channel was Team Donald Trump, right? But she put me on to some of the news channels and the news networks that just provide just the news, whether they like the people or not. And I was sitting there and I was like, she didn't even know I was already a registered voter, actively vote. And I said, yes, ma'am, I'm going to go vote. And she handed me a water and said, no, I need you to just sober up a little bit so I can tell you. And I let her talk. I let her talk. And I said, can you imagine letting the work of your grandmothers, your aunties, your grandfathers, and your fathers who are just simply on the side of, you can have these civil liberties, let's agree to disagree, but as long as you don't break the law, it is what it is. Can you imagine going against that because you bought into some psychology because you're mad at gays, blacks, Hispanics, foreigners, non-Christians, because they simply was not buying into making America great again? It is just weird to me. Ooh, where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the check up. Run the check up. And run the check up. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It says my mother was amongst the first group of black children to go to her school. She was born in 53 in the summer. Prayers to your mother. I know she went through it. I know she went through it. Yes. Love the video, guys. Love the video. And thank y'all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I honestly don't think they would be proud. They fought so hard for us to get where we are. What are we with their blood? And that's what I'm saying. And that's why I'm like, the Marjorie Taylor Greene thing is crazy to me. I was born in 61. I was 1 year old. Oh my God. Oh my God. And this is what I'm talking about. People are still alive when we were talking about just having voter rights, and they're trying to take that away. They're dismantling the Department of Education. I'm like, Marjorie, this is what you voted for, though, beloveds. Amen. This is what she voted for. All the schools didn't tell us any of this in school in the last 2 years. I have to learn so much about the bad things or the government has done to our people. It's outrageous, and that's unfortunate. I feel like the parents got to get back into teaching their kids. I feel like and I'm not shaming anybody because I'm not a parent. I really want to come across as not somebody who's like super hard, but I am hard on parents because you decided to birth these kids, but you don't want to parent them. You don't want to educate them. You don't want to do the additional work, but you was comfortable rubbing your stomach. Unless you were forced to be a parent, and that's through Me Too, you chose to be a parent. You chose to be a parent. Teach your children, because I'm teaching my nieces and nephews. I'm out here actively educating the youth because they don't know. And if you won't tell them, then the world is going to give them the wake-up call, whether it's on the good side or the bad side. And for the life of me, I don't understand why some people who are parents don't get that. Your time is to pour into the children for them 18 years to let them know what's up, so that way they have the tools to be prepared. Because if you don't teach them, the internet's going to teach them. If you don't teach them, the AI is going to teach them. If you don't teach them, the powers that be is going to teach them. If you don't teach them, their little friends is going to teach them. I always harp on that because for some reason, people just get real dumb. Oh, I don't want to, and da-da-da. And I'm not saying you have to be your kids' friends or whatnot, but damn, can y'all start talking to your kids and letting them know? Some of y'all don't want to be a parent. Y'all doing this drive-by parenting, and y'all are mad that the phones have more power than you. The iPads have more power than you. The social media has more power than you. Life is about choices right now. While you have the choice, because it's given very much Hunger and Handmaid's Tale. Hunger Games, Handmaid's Tales. Which side of the aisle do you think you're going to be on? A lot of y'all think y'all going to be in District 1. A lot of y'all think y'all going to be on the other side of Gilead. Are y'all forgetting that they had a brown paper bag test? And used to hold it up and say you can't do nothing. A lot of people are going to be, some of y'all are about to get a rude awakening because a lot of y'all don't understand. A lot of these people are comfortable with you being servants. They're comfortable with you in a servant role. They're comfortable with you being the entertainment. Go make me laugh, ho, and go about your day. They're comfortable with sleeping with you behind the closed doors. And the light, they don't want to fight for you, don't want to speak for you. None of that. That's why I don't have time. I said my boundaries is real high. I had this man post something about women. I deleted him. You can't tell me you like me as a romantic interest and you out here talking bad about women. You don't like women or something? You like men? Oh, no. He's gay. Instantly in my mind. He's talking about like, hey, you didn't hit me up, da-da-da. I just looked at the message and how are you still able? Didn't even, no. To the left. You out here talking about women and you think I'm going to find that funny and I see what's going on with women? Are you slow or are you dumb? I'm not arguing with nobody. I told you, my block. To protect my peace, I can't be aligning with losers. Because when they start blowing the horns, you might sell me out. I'm not playing. Y'all are out here giving second, third, 52 chances to these men, but when women are just like, girl, I'm tired, y'all can't find an ounce of just empathy, nothing. No, you pick me's, I can't do it. You mental health patients, untreated mental health patients, I can't do it. I just can't. The boundaries is up. The red pillars can't do it. You Sambos can't do it. Sellouts can't do it. Nah, not right now. We had a couple years of y'all selling us out. I just can't. Now's not the time. Pause. Hard pause. Pump your brakes. That's all I'm saying. I can't. You're dangerous. You're dangerous. You're dangerous. I'm for real. You gotta like men to be. I'm thinking you like men, baby, because you can't possibly like me and you bashing women. Absolutely not. I remember talking to my friend about issues, and she looked at me and said it's nothing she could do about it, so she'd rather not acknowledge them. Some like to be ignorantly blissful. Ooh, not ignorantly blissful. Oh my goodness. Preach it. Hey, blissfully, Mimi. Right? I'm on the side of growing my own food, helping people. Your side, okay, you're trying to help. And I like that on the side of, baby, me and my bestie was just talking about it. She about to get her some land. I said, girl, I can't wait to go out there and farm on your land. She said, come on. And I don't even know how to farm, but I know I can do something. I know it's something in my DNA I can do. Because y'all know I always like flowers. I haven't really had no flowers and stuff like that. But I've been getting into the greens. I've been looking at the plants and everything. Because, baby, I'm getting me the things. They want us to be like the Matrix. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. Hey, C. Patterson. No grace for other women. Look, I'm just telling you. I just don't have time for that. And speaking of no time for that, Summer sings like an angel, brains of a bird. And when I say birds, I'm talking about a dodo bird because they weren't smart enough to stay safe from the humans. Crazy. And speaking of birds, did y'all know crows can talk? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know crows can talk? Did y'all know that? Put a one in the chat if you knew that. Put a one in the chat if y'all knew that. Crows can talk. The crows can talk. They say crows can talk. Let me see. Ravens can talk. Ravens. Is it the ravens that I did? No. I know the ravens could talk. But crows. I didn't know that crows could talk. I knew parrots could talk, birds that talk. That shocked me. So I'm like, y'all remember that movie Birds? Because they said a raven remembers you when they're angry. They never forget who mistreated them. So y'all remember that Alfred Hitchcock movie where the woman was being attacked by the birds? That's why I'm afraid of birds. I'm a lover of movies. Y'all know Alfred Hitchcock is one of the ones, right? When she was being attacked by the birds, what did she do? I watched that movie with my cousin, traumatized for life. When I say the birds, all they have to do is, and I'm like, oh my God, I get out their way. I get out the bird's way. I am not playing. I be like, look, I did not know that. I am so shocked. Like, what other hidden things are they hiding from us? What other things? They say the parrots can talk. A cockatiel can talk. I knew cockatoos could talk, but I'm scared of them too. A parakeet talks. Something called a bird ringer can talk. A cockatoo. Uh-huh. A yellow-naped Amazon. A sterling, a common sterling. What the fuck is that? That looks like a little raven or something. Budgies. A canor. Like, all these birds can talk. Child. See, I have to look it up because I like to see just in case. I'm in Asia. They got all kinds of weird things out here. I would fall out if a bird started talking to me. Do you understand? I'm talking about, I would hit the ground. If a bird just was like, what up, Bree? I would be like, I would think God himself came down. Because what? That being said, Summer Walker is a bird. They were messenger birds. Ooh, birds are amazing. They are amazing. I'm just scared of them. I'm just scared of them. They do math. Ooh, yes, I remember that movie. I live close to it. They made the movie in your hometown? Oh my God. Look at y'all. I got famous people all in the chat. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So let's get into Summer Walker. So Summer Walker is out here. Child. And that's why that album is so good, because Summer don't listen to no damn body. Summer love her a man that is not good for her. Like, you are really out here trying to be the side piece to Rich the Kid. And she really thought she ate. Let me find that video of Rich the Kid. Rich the Kid is out here saying this about you.
She could have had me, but she was begging. Now that's crazy. Oh, I just got to India, y'all. Let me get watch her. Somebody, she could have had me, but she was begging. Now that's crazy. And then, strawberry.
And let's get into the video of her begging, because she was begging that man. So is this one?
Tipsy, and they say when you're tipsy, your true self and your true feelings come out. Because I don't know, I don't want to wait till tomorrow and I don't say it. I miss you, and I want to see you, and I want to hang out, and
That's enough of that, child. No. Look, do I feel bad for Tory? No. Tory took that man from his wife. Now you got to deal with all them problems. I don't know what Rich the Kid got over there, over them women, but y'all know he is friends with NBA Youngboy. NBA Youngboy has a harem of women, a harem of hoes fighting over him. I just seen over there at Tasha K's that the first baby mama is pregnant again. What kind of spell do they be under? This is what I'm saying. Y'all gotta raise y'all kids. Y'all gotta raise y'all kids so their vibrations can be up. Because right now they're clicking down. Summer, beautiful girl. I knew she was unhinged when she was out here believing London on the track when it came to the children. And when Carisha was like, girl, now that you went through it, what about this? And Summer wasn't getting it. I knew then when she got pregnant by the rebound, who had no money and had them twins. I knew then. I knew when she was like, I want to have another baby. I knew then. Y'all just listen to the music. Listen to the girls foo la la. Listen to the girls foo la la, because they'll disappoint you every time. They fuck my time. Yeah, baby, because yeah, you gotta stay by that altar all the time. Baby, where is Erica? Isn't Erica her big sis? You need to go see Erica because I don't think Erica is crashing out my domain. But you know what? Erica is paying for me, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. How come all the spiritual girlies be out here just down bad? She probably needs to see my homegirl Peta. You need to hit up Peta. Peta has a beautiful clinic that is unlocking the souls, treating the mind, healing the energy, healing the soul, allowing you to be whole so you can go out here and be the best version of you. Because, baby, Summer, girl, love the album. The album hits now. It's good. It's real good. You was singing. But when it comes to these men, hey, All Things Charity. Hey, boo. What is going on? Plants give off. Really? That's why music is such a big deal and controls everything. Ooh. Ooh. So let's get into Dungeon Lady Kandi. Dungeon Lady Kandi. Kandi's sugar mama Burruss filed for divorce. People got the exclusive. Can we be messy real quick? Are y'all gonna allow me to be messy? Or do we have to keep it tame? Do y'all want me to be tamed? Put a 3 in the chat if y'all want me to keep it tame. Put a 4 in the chat if y'all want me to be a little messy. Put a 3 in the chat if y'all want me to, keep it tame. Tone it down, Bree. Put a 4 in the chat if y'all want me to wake it up. I just gotta see, because I gotta make sure y'all not gonna jump me. This the part I knew you was. Listen, I do not take pleasure in nobody's misfortune. Nobody's misfortune. I do not take pleasure in none of that. I see the 4s. Kandi filing for divorce is giving Todd don't give a fuck anymore. He don't want to put on for the cameras. He don't want to do the glitz and the glam. I think the reason she did not come back last season, y'all remember last season? I think the reason she didn't come back, remember she was supposed to be a friend of, because she didn't want to show that life. I believe they were having problems then. Remember when Marlo and Sheree was talking? Y'all remember they was talking outside? And Marlo was like, oh, she just be giving it away to anybody. And I was like, and Sheree was like, Because Sheree been in Atlanta for a long time. And Sheree was over there dog walking her at the reunion. Y'all remember that? Because a lot of people felt like Kandi can do no wrong. And I get it. She's a great businesswoman. I get that. I understand that. Trust me. We get that. But she is a fool when it comes to these men. You just a fool. You know you in love. What you say? Remember when Tamika from the group Escape? Remember when Tamika and her sister were fighting about the money and whatnot, and Kandi was happy? I knew then something was wrong. But because Kandi did not want to go on tour with the Escape Girls. She said that. Remember Tasha was like, why is she coming back now? Like, we literally had to kiss her ex. She didn't want to do it. I knew then something was wrong, because remember Latasha Scott said, everybody's worried about my marriage and their marriage is crumbling. She said that. She said that. She said that. Then we saw that weird post where she was talking about doing threesomes and, threesomes are amazing for the marriage. I knew then. I said, I really knew something was wrong with the marriage when Todd said if he could sleep with any of the housewives, it would be Portia. And I said Portia and Kandi look nothing alike. And he said Portia was his type. I knew something was wrong when Riley was, because I went back and looked. Y'all know we covered them 3 years ago. And I said, Kandi be putting herself in situations that are just like against EEO and SA and SH. And that's why she flipped it and was like, oh, I do a lot, but I don't do anything. When Kandi be out and they're drinking, she's the only one who doesn't drink. But everybody be loose as a goose, and she be waiting. Remember when Kenya didn't like the vibrating panties? Everything about Kandi gives high-key lesbian. I'm sorry. I think that Todd was just the front. Todd, she over there getting hurt. She taking care of a woman and a man. And Todd is being the dead weight. But Todd waited 11 years. See, Todd is going to come out with I want to contest the divorce. Watch what I tell y'all. He going to want to contest it. He going to want to contest it. Because look at this. Look at this. Todd did a whole post November 11th on his page. This is before Kandi put that she was, what'd she say? Oh, Kandi Burruss. That's when I knew it was problems. I didn't want to say anything. I said, now she put Kandi Burruss. I saw it on Twitter because she changed her Twitter name. Todd posted November 11th. The next scheme is genius. Stay tuned. And then Shamia was like lit laughing. Cynthia was lit and laughing. Look at Stay Scheming. Do y'all remember Stay Scheming by Rick Ross? That was about Kobe Bryant's wife getting half. You wasn't with me in the You wasn't with me in the gym. You wasn't with me in the shooting in the gym. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. I hate it for my nigga Kobe. I hated it had to be him. That was Drake's line. Rick Ross was out here talking about cases. French Montana was talking about how these girls can take your money and stuff, because he was going through it with his ex-wife. Stay scheming. Niggas trying to get at me. And multiple times Marlo tried to tell Kandi, girl, you don't like me, but that man is out here running games. Remember they found out about that condo and he didn't want to give it up? Remember he said did he have to sign the prenup like literally the day of the wedding and they were filming it? Did they do that? Yup, and Georgia divorce laws are in his favor depending on the prenup. That prenup is old. That prenup is old. And Kandi don't be thinking with her brain. She be thinking with her puss. Todd about to tell it all, y'all. Todd gonna be telling us about the dungeon. Todd gonna be telling us about the beef between Nene Leakes. Todd gonna be telling us who all Kandi is taking care of with the money. He gonna be telling us about the women. Baby, Todd is gonna show us the bodies. He even gonna be talking about them celebrity men she was sleeping with. And you know how I know he will? Because when they was doing their little fail YouTube channel, and he was like, she didn't even change the sheets before I got up in here, or the mattress. And this is how a loving husband talks about his wife? Y'all said Gucci Man was under some type of hoodoo voodoo. Baby, that was Kandi. Kandi was out there in that house putting up pictures of Todd and his family. Riley was nowhere to be found. Remember, Riley had a mental breakdown. She was crying. She was like, I just feel like I have no place here. And everybody, when Kandi was pregnant, because she knew Todd She knew Todd was a scammer and a schemer. She could see it. Riley ain't never liked Todd. Todd always came in trying to take over. And the girls was ready to fight me. I said, y'all mad at me because Kandi chose a dusty man. You can't build up no dust. A foundation on dust equals more dust. Oh, and this is what I was talking about. I said, Kandi did not have to marry this man. She had plenty of opportunity to marry multi-million-dollar men. Multi-million-dollar plus men. She loved being the side piece to Gerald Levert. She loved being the side piece to Riley Daddy, Brock, whatever his name is. She loved just being the second place. She never wanted to be the first. She loved taking care of men and their children. She came on the show like that. That's why Nene was like, she kind of hood. It's giving hood. Y'all thought it was because of her hairstyles and stuff. Nene's thought for what it was. She was over there taking care of that man and his multiple children. That man came on TV and said every season he could, she was an absentee mother. Kandi, you're going to have to pay that man a lot of money. Kandi, you're going to have to pay that man a lot of money and child support. And spousal support. And shout out to Mama Joyce, because Mama Joyce had all the sense God gave her. I felt so bad for Mama Joyce because Mama Joyce was out there actively like, he was like, what am I gaining? What am I gaining? And she was like, all of this with the butter knife. Y'all remember that? Girl, you in danger. You in danger because he could say he was under duress. He was bullied to sign the prenup. He could say, ever since he got into that marriage, it's always been something because your mother and her aunties are on camera bullying him. Todd had a whole lick with you. And you were more upset with Phaedra because Phaedra, go back and watch that season. Phaedra said something to Nene, and that's really why. It wasn't the whole dungeon thing. Phaedra said something to Nene that season because neither one of them was playing fair. And Phaedra said something very perfectly clear. She knew that man was out there for her money. Her money. All that foolalai, all that Grammys, girl, you're going to have to be working until you're 110 when Todd is through with you. You think Todd is just going to separate and go on his own? Separate? No. He's going to want everything. He's about to show up and show out. You're on camera crying about not being the best mother. He's going to use the fact that Mama Joyce raised Riley. He's going to use the fact that he was there during Ace and Blaze's formative years. Kandi, you did this to yourself. And then he's going to say you have some type of sexual addiction because you went all over the domestic U.S., touring with half-naked women in their lingeries, doing a dungeon tour. Candace's mama literally was on Todd's mom and his mom died. Well, she was already sick. That's why Todd was going so hard against Mama Joyce. I think the mom already had cancer. Yeah, she about to get Sherry Shepherd. Yes, she is. So, but that's all I have for y'all. I had to come bring y'all this hot tea. Hot tea so y'all can sip on. Pray for Kandi, baby, because she gonna need it. She gonna need it. And I don't want to see her on The Real Housewives because I never thought Kandi was interesting. And on that note, I gotta go. Bye, hoes.